Happy T-minus Tuesday, and the stock is going absolutely nuts. Take a look at nearly $11 million worth of calls at the $30 strike. That is where AMC crossed over today, all the way up to $34.33 because of a few things that I want you guys to know. Why is the data not reliable? Why is it that we keep looking at 20% short interest, and yet that is only the tip of the iceberg? By the end of this video, you guys are going to be able to figure that out, but also look at the sleepy old Meatball, Professor Meatball in the corner. If you guys like that he is just taking it chill, taking it a day at a time, and understanding the data from the ground up, let's smack that like button all the way up to 1,300. Let's comment out which one you are, and now let's get going. First things first, you might have noticed that you had 100 utilization on AMC and GME for the last few weeks. This is not a coincidence. You guys have been paying attention to about 20.78% short interest, but that is only what Ortex is able to scrape from willing short reporters. People who are willingly reporting their short positions, and that is not the case almost all the way across the board, which means you might be looking at over 100% short, over 200% short, which is what we saw on GME, but only 2 weeks after a 2-week delay, a month later after a gamma squeeze in January. So when we are considering this potential gamma squeeze, can we figure out exactly where is the next big throw? We're going to throw our price action all the way to $30 because classically it's $11 million of calls to $1 million of puts. I mean, that ratio alone understands that we are looking at a lot more bulls looking at the options market and saying, yeah, we want to put our money here. Take a look at 200 million in volume. That is even crazier than yesterday. Take a look at the next level of strike. We have a $40 strike at $5 million worth of it. I'm only about $300,000 worth of puts, and then all the way up at $60 strike, got $2 million worth of calls. So all the way up at $145, we have that sweet $1 million chef's kiss all the way at that far right side. Why did AMC push all the way up to 34.33 today? How did it get up to 200 million volume? Let's answer all of that when we take a look at the sympathetic trends of GME. We saw in the very beginning of the day, GME pushed $199.41. That has now become a new battle cry as GME then pushed all the way up to that level of retracement. It's at 0% retracement of that very beginning January gamma squeeze that we were tracking, that 2021 gamma squeeze. This line here represents a fatal resistance, and one that we have been able to trend nearly directly underneath for the entire day, and then finally cross underneath our own VWAP, that volumetric weighted average price. It's that orange line that I'm highlighting here. We crossed underneath that, found support at $175 flat, and then returned to it, rejected at the final bell. That is where GME is for the day. We want to take a look at AMC as well. We were able to cross all the way up to 31.64 closer to the end of the day, and then rejected at that point, trended underneath our VWAP as well. Why did we get this buy signal? This was a Lux algorithm. We were able to see that strong buy signal on the 22nd of March 2022, and we were able to ride that all the way through multiple levels of overbought Bollingers until this alone, this rip all the way up, crossed our Bollingers all the way up to the top level, currently at 35.53. So that is the next level of overbought, which means that we have plenty of airspace. We have plenty of space to be able to push up higher. We're currently on the very top of our parametric equalizer. This is that blue space right here. It's a liminal space. It's a space that you guys are living in, which means that you guys are going to be able to push back over into the first level of overbought, which is at 32.81. That was complicated. Watch a couple more playlists about the fundamentals of the technical trading that we go through on this channel, or just stick tuned, hit that subscribe button, and join the Moon Platoon. We have a lot of fun here, and we learn by investing in you. Let's take a look at what the mainstream media is saying. This is maybe a Bloomberg article. Meme stock mania returns with big swings and a flood of retail money. Let's see what exactly if they're spreading any FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Wall Street and individual investors are once again dashing in and out of so-called meme stocks as the appetite for riskier assets revives and volatility grips the group. A basket of 37 meme stocks tracked by Bloomberg has surged 45% off of a March bottom, rallying in 9 out of 11 sessions as millions of shares change hands. A flurry of trading activity in out-of-the-money call options, a favored trading method among retail investors seeking to capitalize on rapid gains in an individual stock, have helped fuel the latest swings. Here's a very simple understanding of what exactly happens. Let me pull out my pen. And then I can actually give a little bit of a visual representation of what you guys are paying attention to. On the very far side of the price action, something that you might say, $35 or $45, you will have a out of the money boundary here. Well, something that we're seeing a congregation of right around here. There's my pen. This area is all out of the money because the current price is at $30. So if the price ever reaches past $30 by these expiration, and these expiration is by definition has to be by this Friday or later, then these stocks are going to be hedged by whoever is holding those sells. They sold those calls, and then they have to then hedge so that they don't end up holding an infinitely losing bag. However, these stocks are being sold right over here in terms of calls and right over here in terms of puts because of rapidly changing prices. People are trying to take advantage of the fact that they could sell puts, right? To be able to take advantage of the fact that these are out of the money. These are not going to be in the money anytime soon because of the price moving upward. You can also sell calls if you are bearish on the stock, right? But a lot of people are buying them. So by selling calls, you are essentially betting that the stock is never going to reach this area, this middling area right here. However, if you're buying those calls, then you are bullish and you want to be able to understand how far the stock can go before you can claim those profits. And those calls right now, they're far out of the money, right, are a little cheaper because it's less likely. And then the further the stock goes, the more expensive those calls get. So right now, we're paying attention to AMC and GME in the middle of a potential gamma squeeze. And that's why the data, as it turns out, can't be reliable if it's just for the shorts, because short reporting is still in its infancy, still in its medieval stages. Hopefully, I gave you a little bit of understanding of what is happening. Meme stocks saw a pickup in retail investor demand on Monday, Vanda data showed, with AMC and GameStop seeing the largest flow of investor money in months as both surged higher. Retail traders snapped up $48.1 million in AMC shares Monday, bringing net purchases over the past week to $102.7 million, where GameStop saw a $2.4 million inflow, the most since January, according to Vanda. The seller of the video game and movie theater firms both closed on Monday at their highest level in at least 3 months, with AMC extending the gain Tuesday and GameStop giving back a sliver of the rise. While eye-catching, the recent rallies in meme stocks pales in comparison to the rallies seen in 2021. But this is perhaps where the rub lies, because we are now on the precipice of repeating history. So if you guys are interested in being able to be part of that history, make sure you guys have already slapped that subscribe, slap that like if this information was either informational or educational or entertaining. And finally, thanks to those of you who have already gone down and pressed that join button or press that Patreon button to get access to our 6-figure portfolio. Thanks to those of you who have pressed that 20% off to get your Lux algorithm, right? We're still giving that offer out. We're not sure how long we can keep it, but thanks to those of you who have already got those sell and buy signals. And for now, but not for forever, we'll see you guys in the money. Peace.